Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Ella. So today, actually this morning, I woke up feeling very drawn to make a specific reading, and I very rarely do those. Usually I do everything sign by sign. Sometimes I do a little bit pick a card style. Yeah, but I very rarely do this special message reading, but today I just felt very drawn to. So it's not zodiac specific, even though I think the signs that tend to resonate with me the most is Scorpio, and also Leos tend to watch me a lot. So maybe for you it could be just a special indication to watch this, but doesn't have to be. And anyway, let's just see what's gonna come up. Again, this could be a very specific message that will only resonate with a couple of people. Maybe it will resonate with a lot of people. This is really tricky. Sometimes I do these readings and I think, oh, this is gonna be super general and gonna resonate with so many people, and it resonates only with few. And sometimes I have a super specific message which I'm like, oh my god, this is definitely for just one person, and what ends up happening, so many people end up resonating with it. So I don't really know how this works. I just usually channel. So I'm gonna do my best to channel the message that comes through. And this specific message that I had, that I felt drawn to do this morning is, maybe some of you have dealt with a situation, maybe you've moved on, but a lot of you still feeling some kind of connection to someone. So basically the theme of this reading and what we're going to try to dive into in this reading is, why do you still feel the connection with someone? So anyway guys, if this resonates, keep watching. All my private information is in the description box. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And anyway guys, let's get started. Anyway, let's get started with your reading. I'm going to be using a combination of different decks. Let's see what's gonna come up, and something we need to just pay attention to. If any signs come up, if any timing comes up. I got my timing deck with me. I feel like this is very important because for a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people are really healing and moving forwards, and just really like, if somebody was also in any kind of, wrong path or whatever it is, or stuck, I feel like a lot of people are getting unstuck right now. However, what's also happening is that a lot of people still have something going on within them, and it's almost like they don't know if it's a sign for something to be reconsidered. And here we go, first card, the Devil. Like, if it's a sign for something to be reconsidered, if they made a right choice, if they should give somebody a chance, if maybe they need to like psychologically check themselves and go into some kind of counseling or through some kind of, I don't know, whatever it is, procedure you feel like you resonate with and need to do. But I feel like a lot of people are in this place where they're in between two worlds. However, the connection still exists, and a lot of people just don't understand why it exists. So we're gonna try to figure this out in this reading. Your first card here is this Devil card. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or just the person. I have a feeling that this person had a lot going on in their life. There were some issues, there were some situations. Maybe they had also excuse me, maybe they had also a significant Capricorn in their life. Maybe you could be Capricorn yourself, or going through your Saturn transit. And also guys, something I want to make sure you know is that your relocated ascendant is very important. Because whenever you relocate, whenever you travel somewhere, even for a long time, it's not like nothing can really supersede your ascendant. Your ascendant will always be the most important, like your birth ascendant. However, energy will change and give you additional understanding of what's happening in your life when you change your location. For example, when I've been in Bali for a few months, and my relocated ascendant here is Aquarius, and it explains a lot. Let me just tell you that one. So always learn about your location ascendant. I'll be making a video shortly soon also how to calculate it. But anyway, I feel like some of you could be dealing with an individual also who could have a lot of addiction, and just, I think, when I say addiction, it doesn't mean they were drug or alcohol addicts. It could be anything, sex, any emotional addictions even, excuse me. And I feel like this person had a lot of opportunities in their life, maybe still does, but it's almost like this person is going through life making wrong choices often, prioritizing wrong things, and whatever they show to the world, to the surface, deep down this person is hurting. And I keep hearing time is running out. I don't know what is the time running out for your connection, for some kind of dream they have, I don't want to say anything scary, but it's almost like this person has been given a lot of second chances by the universe. You know how they say cat has 9 lives, right? And I feel like this person many times in their life was close to some kind of really, I would say, dangerous even situation, challenging situation, but the universe also had a lot of mercy on them. Look what comes up, death. Some of you could be Scorpios also. I feel like with you and this person, there is a lot of darkness, a lot of pain that was coming through with this connection. There was a lot of, a lot of things that needed to be transformed. And there was a lot of, I think, for you, endings, a lot of challenges that came through with this connection. As much as there was so much darkness, something pure, because I don't know if you guys see it here, there's this white rose amidst all the darkness. Something pure was there as well. Something pure, a love, an unconditional love. This person also right now is going through a lot of endings in their life. A lot of transformation for some of them. You know what they say, you change when the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of changing. 10 of Wands, because somebody here just felt overwhelmed. Somebody here, like, things could not go on for this person as they did. It was that final push when sometimes you don't change yourself, universe pushes you to change. 2 of Swords. I feel like with this person and you, there was a lot of heavy energy, a lot of times when things just made no sense. Nobody was making a decision, and also with the 2 of Swords here, what I'm seeing is like, you couldn't understand and you couldn't see, like, what do you do here? Because each time you felt like you could trust your intuition here, you ended up kind of leading yourself astray. Also, month of October could be very important for you, or just the timing of Libra, whether something significant happened then, or maybe something significant will happen this Libra season. I feel like there's a lot of just indecision here, not being sure how to proceed with anything. Alright, the whole pile came up here, look at this. 6 cards came up. So first card here is the 7 of Swords. We have here the Lovers, King of Cups, Ace of Swords, and Queen of Cups in reverse. I very rarely, if you guys been following me for a while, I almost never read reversals, but I'll take this Queen of Cups as a reverse one. So for some of you, it's a very significant, very deep soul connection. The 2 of you also could share a significant placement in Gemini, whether somebody has Moon in Gemini, Ascendant in Gemini, Venus in Gemini, some kind of synastry link in Gemini, I feel like is important in your connection, and also is key to understanding a lot of things that make no sense. So let's say if you were to find out this person's Moon falls in your 8th house, and it's their Moon is in Gemini, and your 8th house is in Gemini, which will make you Scorpio rising, by the way. This will show you why this person acts a certain way around you, why they feel, like, why do they act so strange around you. Like, this synastry understanding will help you with that. However, with the 7 of Swords, I do feel like somebody here lied, somebody here was not honest. Just that on, plain and simple, not honest. There was a lot of dishonesty about the situation, whether it was any kind of cheating, any kind of third party, or any kind of just, a person didn't tell you the truth about who they were, what they were doing. It was painful. It was painful. I do feel like right now there is this energy where tables have turned a little bit, because what I feel now, the Queen of Cups, for some of you, it's you, person watching this, has lost her balance here. Emotionally, a person here who is dealing, with the loss of this connection is still trying to regain their balance, is still trying to get back to a place where they used to be. They used to be very intuitive, very balanced, very centered, emotional, very, the Queen of Cups, the master of their emotions, energy. And I feel like as much as this person is struggling right now to rebalance themselves, there's a lot of disbalance still for this person. However, I feel like this person who you were dealing with is stepping more in their loving, caring connection. However, the King of Cups in this specific deck is different. This King of Cups is a bit jaded. You know what this King of Cups is like? it's like he doesn't believe in love so much anymore because he has been burned before. This person been through a lot before. This person already maybe been married, already had that relationship. Maybe some of them, they're older than you. Or even if it's not about age, they could just be on that place where they've been there, done that. They feel like a long time before you. They kind of lost their faith in love. So with you, as much as they care, I feel like what they're saying is like, you know, for them, they maybe would go on dates and do this and do that, other people. But I feel like they do care about you. So once they find out something is important to you, something that is hurting to you, as much as their ego part is like, nah, I'm not gonna do that, whatever, doesn't care, they end up doing something, little things, where they're trying to comfort you. So if it's you who wants that love, I feel like some of them are like, okay, she wants or he wants that love. You know, they don't want to just be hurting you. So it's not like they're doing it out of, how to say, just give you that and so you leave them alone. It's a little bit of that energy, but I feel like more than anything, they're like, okay, let me just try and see what this thing is about. For some of you, that's how the energy goes. And with the Ace of Swords, like for a lot of you, you can expect some truth of the situation coming out. Why do you feel this connection though still? Why? I mean, for some of you, it is because this person right now is coming into their emotions more, becoming more willing to share. 6 of Wands, yeah, I feel like once this person is also a little bit more balanced in their career, a little bit more accomplished in whatever they do for a living, it gives them that confidence also to pursue a serious relationship. Because that's the thing, this person is a little bit who I'm tapping into, is a little weird in terms of they're the kind of person who divides relationships on, oh, serious person, serious relationships, just sex, just this, just that, which, you know, I'm not gonna insert my opinion on what I feel about this. But for this person, that's just how it is. And for them to, for a serious relationship, if they, let's say, put you in a box of a woman or a man who they would only have serious something with, for them to have this with you, they need like certain things, let's say, to be in line for this to happen, whether it's how they feel in terms of being ready, whether it's something in their career and finances, in their schedule, some kind of like little like circumstances they insert into the situation so that they could feel more in control. Because deep down I feel like this person just has intimacy issues, which they mask with all of this little control mechanisms, coping mechanisms. With the 6 of Wands, this person can be very popular. In the past, maybe this person was also somebody who had a lot of, I don't know, you know how there's this popular guy, popular girl who has like 10 people waiting for their attention, they're texting many people, maybe talking to many people, maybe something else with other people, I don't know exactly here, could be Leo or Scorpio dynamic here as well. Oh boy, alright, okay, let's see, we have here 7 of Coins. For a lot of you, this connection been going on for a long time, long time. And also something I forgot to say about the 6 of Wands, this person has a very strong charismatic power. So I think they, in general, it's not like this is not the main factor why you still feel in the connection, but I feel like they in general can draw people in. I feel like even when they're not interested, they can attract people to them, to think about them, to like them, whether they're attractive or just very charismatic. However, now, if you think about it, once they do also feel something back to a person they're dealing with, this becomes more, because you do feel this emotional push and pull, you do feel they're giving you something energetically, which is why you keep also being drawn to them. So it's kind of like two-sided here, it's not just one-sided. It's like they do feel about you something as well, they do think about you as well. So in general, I feel like even if this person is not attracted to someone, they have a tendency to attract people to them. But once they also do care, which they have, feel like they have very strong energy, maybe a lot of sexual placements in their chart, a lot of strong Mars, Scorpio, Leo, all of this, you know, hot placements. So this is what contributes to the situation. Also with the Queen of Swords and the High Priestess, I feel like you guys, whoever's watching this, you deep down know all of the truths about this connection, about the situation, even what's probably gonna happen. You know. You just know. you have this intuition, you have this also spiritual and intuitive connection with this person, you have the knowledge. I feel like you've drawn this person in, especially if you're into any kind of esoteric work. And by esoteric work, yes, sure, can be law of attraction, all of this new age stuff, but I feel somebody here practices disciplines far more ancient and far more powerful, let's put it this way. No shade on new age, but I just resonate personally more with ancient philosophies and ancient rituals. Let's put it this way, the new age. New age became commercial. But and you've manifested also this person, and you have this connection. You still feel this connection, both because part of you wants to feel this connection still. Part of you still either or just feel or want to be, for some, for this connection to be that soulmate, soul union. You guys do. That's why it's a new experience still. And the Queen of Swords, I feel like a lot of you have been stepping into your femme fatale energy more, and also into more calculative energy. I feel like in the past you were more of this Queen of Cups, loving, nurturing, giving 100 million chances when you don't even need to do that, being there always for them first, always there first. What do you want? How are you? Are you okay? All of that. But something happened where just, how they say, shit hit the fan, sorry for my language, but you were like done, and you are now more in this energy, calculative, like your logical mind right now for sure is much more, you work with that energy much more than with your emotions. I'm 100% sure about this, let's put it this way. We have here also the King of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and Nine of Wands. I feel like the person who you're dealing with is very creative. They want to take matters in their hands. They were also working for a long time on some kind of significant project. That means, honestly, I don't want to say that this project means more than this connection to you. They have a weird way, I'm hearing, thinking about things, this person. It's almost like they always think they have to choose between love and career, between sex and between committed relationship, between exciting sex and all of that kinky stuff and a serious committed relationship, between money and between they have a lot of limiting beliefs about the world. I don't know if they have Saturn in the ninth house or something of that nature, or third house maybe even. They have a lot of limiting beliefs about the world for whatever reason. I don't know why, don't ask me. And they always think that it has to be a choice between this and that, and if it's love it has to be hard, and if it's this it has to be what do you think is what's gonna happen? If you think it's very hard to earn money, that's what's gonna be. Really, our reality manifests, well, not completely according to what we believe, but a lot of our experience is exactly what we believe to be true. So if you often expect people to cheat you and to betray you, chances are, you'll find that experience. So hopefully not. But I feel like this project, whatever work they've been doing, whatever goal they've been trying to achieve, was in a way they told themselves that it's more important than your connection with you. I feel like deep down they know also that to be with you, they need to have a certain degree of success. And to be not just with you, I don't want to say that, this person just sits and thinks about you, even though it can be. But I feel like for them to have that dream relationship, that dream family, that dream home, that they have a vision of, they have, again, this person thinks that, they have interesting way of thinking about things, how things need to be together, this needs to happen then, and then that. And this is the kind of person who would want to try to schedule love and order love, if it was available, prime delivery. But I feel like this person also overexhausted themselves with their own, I feel like, creations in their mind. The way some of them also went deliberately too much into work, so that they don't have to deal with this connection, so they don't have to deal with their intimacy issues. I feel like a lot of it is intimacy issues. This is the kind of person who would find it difficult. Let's say this is I don't want to say, because I've been, for whatever reason, seeing a lot of men who have this, used to be a psychological Freudian, I think, term, Madonna whore complex. For them, a wife or a loving relationship is one thing, and like sex and sexual expression is something else. They do it with one person, and that they do with other person, which is screwed. And when they meet a person who they feel like they can have both, it scares the hell out of them. Oh boy, the world. The cycle ended. The cycle has completed. I feel like also I'm gonna stop, like this is where I'm gonna stop this portion of the reading with this deck, because to me the devil here, time ran out. No, time is out of balance, and in the world here, time finished, but it's a healthy completion. This is also Capricorn, this is Aquarius energy. So what I mean by that is that I feel like for some of you, universe has stepped in, and even though the cycle closed and it's painful and it feels very hopeless, this connection, actually it's rebalanced. That ending that happened only rebalanced it, because I'll explain. So you see in the devil, this sand clock is like this, twisted, right? It's broken, it's just laying like that, it's just something weird going on. But here it's upright, the sand clock, the time, space, and motion we only have in this reality, in this dimension. So now the cycle has ended, but it's also things got realigned, so that the things could get realigned. Where it's gonna go from here, I don't know. Let's take a different deck, because I feel like I'm done with this deck. And we're here, just want to check the bottom. And look at this, the bottom of the deck here was the Wheel of Fortune. Events, like a lot of events are faded here, a lot of events are unfolding how the universe has intended them to unfold, is what I'm hearing. Before we go any further, let's tap in a little bit more also into the archetypes of this connection. Alright, let's see how this person used to see you vs how they see you now. So let's look at that. Really want to give you guys a deep message. If you see me looking that way, I'm just checking if my camera is still recording, because it's been cutting off for no reason, and I have a mirror to be checking whether it's recording or not. Alright, we have here the Fool. Let's see, and now got it. Oh wow. So how they used to see you before, the Fool. Okay, what I feel here, maybe when you two met, you were very spiritual, let's say, or you were very like, you had some kind of strong identity that you were really expressing and showing to the world. And for them, I feel like they felt that either maybe it was not real, they doubted if you were real with that. For others, they were like, oh wow, she really believes in all that, or he really believes in all that. Let's say if especially you were spiritual and you were all like that, yes, I will manifest this and true love exists. You know, when you are like, there is usually a stage of spiritual awakening when you just see the world as this utopian, heaven on earth kind of thing, before you kind of go to a place where you also start seeing both darkness and light. And maybe you were at that stage, and they were literally maybe just looking at you and like feeling that you are out of touch with reality a little bit. Sorry for saying it like that. At the same time, I feel like they were really inspired and turned on and even triggered. A lot of different emotions come to mind here by how you were, like in terms of, this is literally says here, fearlessly revealing emotion. Maybe even you were showing your feelings to them, showing how much you care, and they were just like, oh wow. Part of them was turned on, part of them was scared, part of them was inspired, part of them was just terrified. Like there was all kind of emotions together. How would they see you now though? Help the Goddess. The feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. So for a lot of you who kind of went back actually into your more logical mindset, pulled back basically. I feel like a lot of you guys separated, pulled back, let go, detached, whatever. Really, like, I don't like to repeat this, focus on yourself, because it very often sounds one tarot reading to another like a broken record. I personally get triggered when I listen to that. But a lot of you really had no other choice but to prioritize yourself. Some of you were dealing with just so much heartbreak and pain that you just had to go and every day give you that massages, give you that best skin treatment, best clothes, shopping therapy, whatever therapy, go to actual therapy, eat best food, take care of yourself, take new beautiful photographs, whatever it is. So you're really giving yourself all that energy you were given to them, and I feel like you still guys do, but it's just a lot less than what it used to be. Like let's say if in the past you would drop everything to just go and see them, even if they were like in a different city, right now, before you do anything like that, you're gonna check if it's gonna hurt your bank account. You're gonna check first how it's gonna affect your business. Can you take that day off or not? You're gonna check if you're maybe just tired. Like, you're not gonna. Somebody here used to freaking sacrifice themselves, what they called left, right, and center for this person. And if this is why they were seeing you, maybe partially as a fool. And again, part of them, it's not negative, it's just part of them was just like, oh wow, like, what is it? But now they see you as this goddess who loves herself first. What are you, a man or a woman? Who do they want to be in your life? Let's see. This person. I'm curious who's gonna come up. Who do they want to be in your life? Child, orphan. Let's see what else. I feel like one more. Rescuer. Beggar. I feel like this person and you both share a dynamic where you have some kind of abandonment issues, some kind of survival even issues. Maybe for some of you, you need to also examine how your, what do you call this chakra, the very lowest one, the red color. I forgot. The very bottom chakra. Sometimes the brain doesn't work. For some of them, you both feel this abandonment issues, and they feel drawn to you because they feel they could, like, you both could get attached to each other and be very safe with each other. But at the same time, part of them, I think, is afraid that if this was to happen, they would become addicted to you now, because this is a person with addictive personality too. So if they were to open up, if they were to surrender to the love they have for you, what would end up happening is that now you would be their all, and if you ever did something to hurt them or whatever, you would basically hold them by the balls, basically, if it's a guy, or if it's a girl, I don't know what's the similar saying. And if something was to happen with your connection, they would just be destroyed. With this rescuer card, I do feel, interestingly enough, they do wanna, like, they saw you in the past, I think, as this person who just offers this unconditional love without any expectation of reward. But it's almost like now they also want to give that to you. They want to rescue you from some kind of situation. Maybe they've been hurting you so much that you now, as this jaded person yourself, you're this very vindictive person yourself, and they realize how hurt you are. So they want to rescue out of this energy. We also have this beggar card. I don't know, I don't really understand. Let me just double check. Let me take one more card. What is this beggar? Do they want to be beggar in your life? Makes some sense. Alchemist. Maybe it's about transformation. Not being too much reliant on each other, but having also independence in your relationship. Transforming that. I truly don't really even understand this message here. Maybe it will make sense more as we proceed with your reading. I do feel this reading is very important for some of you here to understand something. And again, I'm tapping into some things that are more general and some are more specific. So for some people, it's only gonna resonate on the general level. For others, it could be almost like a personal reading, I don't know. I'm just channeling whatever's coming through. Okay, up here, Tower. And this was at the bottom of the deck and it fell out as well. 8 of Cups. High Priestess. What happened was this Tower, and like I said, sooner or later, I feel like to get from this energy of this devil to the energy of the world, somewhere in between, the Tower moment happened, somebody walked away, plain and simple. Most basic understanding of Sarah here is enough. Somebody walked away, things were tough. It was, I think, also happened during one of those eclipses, when Uranus was shifting signs, when there was one of the eclipses. Even if Uranus wasn't shifting signs, it could be just one of the eclipses. For some of you, it could happen years ago. Somebody you just left, had no choice but to go. Somebody almost ran away also, and it could be you actually. That one moment you just felt like pain hit the levels, you know how we have a threshold of pain, of any kind of pain really, physical, emotional, whatever. And some people, let's say, could have very low threshold for physical pain. I, for example, I can, like little pinch for me is too much. But I can withhold a lot of emotional pain. Other people are different ways. Some people have very low emotional pain threshold. Whatever it is, it hit way far beyond that level. And somebody here was just like crawling out of situation. Some were running away, some were crawling out. With the High Priestess energy, this is where we are now with this connection now. Where there is just certain things, it's almost like a mystery that cannot be solved. A mystery that you know that something is there and you just don't know what it is. However, with the High Priestess energy, I feel like some of you have disconnected from some kind of spiritual, either spiritual teaching you had before. And I feel like this is not about New Age, this is some kind of ancient, deep practice. I don't know what that is exactly, for each of you is going to be different. I don't feel like this is one of those New Age teachings. I feel like this is something very deep, or it could be just meditation, because meditation, as much as it's simple, is one of the greatest things actually that was available to humanity since the creation of the world. To center yourself, align with the present moment. 9 of Pentacles. Focused on work, work's doing good. At least if it's not even doing good, you're taking the steps for yourself to be like, this is this goddess energy, you know, the goddess who decided to take care of herself, give herself the best, really is lush. The word that comes is lush. Your skin is glowing, you have this body oils, whatever it is, essential oils. Well, why do you still feel this connection? The Emperor. I do keep hearing the same, to be honest, answer is that this person has very strong energy that's capable of drawing in a lot of people. Also a message I'm gonna get for some of you not gonna like it. Again, this message doesn't mean that this person is not gonna be with you or gonna be with you, or that there is love or there isn't. But plain and simple, I think if whoever is watching this now, if I were to look at your astrology chart, I'd probably find Saturn retrograde, I'd find a few issues which would tell me that you have difficult relationship, difficult karma, possibly with your father. With a fatherly figure, or with just masculine archetype. This person is bringing out all the worst pain that you've had associated with the masculine archetype. So whether it is your father that cheated on your mother, or treated you somehow poorly, or didn't give you that feedback that you wanted, or was unavailable in some way, whatever it is was the masculine dynamic in your family, this person, again, not for every one of you, but I feel like for a lot of you, this is where also the key lies. It is unhealed wounds and issues that are pushing to be explored and released through this connection. And it's very painful because, again, whether it is you're going to end up with this person, or whether you're going to end up actually marrying and meeting actually somebody else after this person, there is an issue very deep that's been affecting your relationships before this connection that needs to be examined. It's very hard. Maybe you can do this alone, maybe not. Seek for help if you need to, whether it is prayer or any kind of even working with reprogramming your mind with modern, psychological techniques. But it has been a pattern that's been holding you back for a while. Oh God. Okay. Strength. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries or a Leo. April to August, important time for some of you here as well. Some of you could also be just wanting to tame that lion, to, or be tamed if you are the wild one. It is a very strong connection, both spiritual and both physical. You feel this connection on many levels. It is a connection also that's for those of you who have North Node in Leo or North Node in the 5th house. This connection is pushing you to step into who you are. You've abandoned part of self that's essential for, that's something you're supposed to be doing on this planet. I don't know what it is. for different people is different thing. Something you're supposed to be literally doing, something you've been putting on back burner consistently, something, I don't know, whether it is something you work on, or I don't know what is it exactly. It depends on, you know, a lot of you. But if it is North Node in Leo or in 5th house, this is about your creativity, on business, things like that. Just really being tapped into this energy, especially with the Emperor being here, of becoming a leader in some way, even maybe being a person who really has this vision in the world and manifests it. Let's move forward. Let's see what else. So they, in a way, with this connection, they're pushing you somehow to that. Four of Cups, an opportunity. But again, this is going to resonate only with some of you. I just feel like all the time you're finding some reasons when you're presented with certain opportunity for self-expression, especially, you are like not taking it. You keep postponing that. You keep postponing that. I really feel for you there needs to be a shift happening from this point where you are just in this contemplation, meditation, into action, into working, like putting the work in. Anything else we need to know here about why do you still feel connection with this person? So yeah, they are like your teacher here. We also have here part of this, you know, part of this is that they are your teacher here. They're pushing you to do certain things. Part of it also, it's not just one. It's a lot of different reasons. It's not just one thing. So again, there's a lot of reasons why you feel this connection. And again, part of it can resonate or all of it can resonate. So part of it, again, we mentioned they're your teacher, they're pushing you to work on something. They do also feel this connection to you. They are a charismatic individual. You yourself are also healing a lot of issues through this connection. But another part of it can also be that on attachment, whether you've shared very powerful physical bond, or maybe for some of you physical bond never happened. Fantasizing even sometimes can create already that place for us. For some of you, it's also about fears that you will never experience another connection again. And sometimes when we have a deep connection with someone, we tend to think that this is it, you know, like, but just a lot of it for some of you, again, not for all of you, could be with also attachment. There is some attachment there as well. Some very strong attachment to this person. For some of you, it could also be even a past life connection, certain past life things that you're figuring out. 9 of Wands and 7 of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of you have been waiting on this connection for a while. So for some of you also, the reason why you keep thinking about this person is because already so much has been invested into it. And sometimes when we've invested a lot, what happens is we continue investing. We don't know when to stop. You know how sometimes people who keep losing money on in real estate, I've seen this, and even gambling, people keep betting, hoping that it's gonna, you know, they're gonna win again. Let's see, 2 of Swords, and again we're coming back to this energy of indecision. Neither of you is letting go, but neither of you is moving forward either. This is this energy we're seeing in the beginning of this reading as well. What can we do to get out of this energy? We have here 5 of Swords. And we have here 3 of Swords. I feel like an acknowledgement of what happened has to fully be, has to fully happen before you can move forward. Because I do feel like for a lot of you, this is the 3 of Swords here is about heartbreak. 5 of Swords here is also about betrayal. Before you can accept where you are, you cannot really change your destiny. You cannot really like change where you are. Like when you know you're in a bad situation, first step to dealing with it is accepting it. So for example, if you're heartbroken, first step to dealing with it is to accepting it. Not staying there for too long, but just accepting fully without, you know, sometimes what also happens, I feel like for some of you it could resonate, somebody here could be super heartbroken and they could go into resentment. They could start like, you know, like basically doing the kind of things that an angry person would do. Don't go there. Just accept fully where you are. Hierophant. For some of you it's also about the spiritual and just religious, even, I don't know, what would be a right thing to do here. Sometimes the Hierophant talks about what is the right thing to do, really. Like, if you let go of your emotions, if you let go of your reactive nature, what would be the right, like, if you're honest with yourself, what would be the right thing to do in this situation, and doing that. Hierophant here is about like spiritual, but more like it's about not even spiritual or religious. It's more about like what is the, how to say, your, I don't know, like what would be, I'm not coming up with a better expression, but basically what is the right thing to do in a situation. And the bottom of the deck is King of Swords. So also being very logical about the situation, really kind of, and at the bottom we have Two of Cups and this Wheel of Fortune with the Empress. Oh my gosh, it ends with the Empress. So I do feel like if the actions are taken and put into place with you just doing the right thing, like King of Swords and Hierophant's combination is all about going by what the right thing is, doing the right thing. And this can bring you a connection, this can bring you a partnership, this can bring you fated life changes, your life will change. And with the Empress and the Star, this is about creativity, this is about inspiration, this is about everything you ever wanted coming together. This is about manifesting and attracting things into your life, love, prosperity. This is like the best combination, honestly. Here we have at the bottom, under the King of Swords. But it's almost like you cannot get to this point, you cannot get to that place by being just purely emotional. By even just purely, in that I don't want to say spiritual state, but being in that, illusion state, because illusions can be also spiritual illusions do happen, we all know that. But this is about really going by and committing to the right thing. What is the right thing to do? Like, follow your moral compass is what I'm hearing here. And then we can manifest all these beautiful things. Amazing. Let's see how this person currently, what's this person's energy currently for you, how are they feeling about you. I have here Death. Oh wow, this card came up before as well. Wow, Three of Swords. Wow. Hanged Man. Ten of Cups. The Hermits. Nine of Cups. The World. Bottom of the deck, interestingly enough, is the Queen of Swords, just like that other deck had. So with the Death and the Three of Swords, I think this person's still mourning this connection, some kind of traumatic event that happened between the two of you. Something that happened and it was a very painful for both of you, I feel here. I feel like they're still mourning it, but they also are still they're healing from it, because in this deck, Three of Swords here is a little bit different. Because the Three of Cups in this deck is a little bit of a different energy. I feel like with the Hanged Man, there's a lot of this energy where somebody's letting go. Somebody is also, I don't know if they have any kind of healer in their life right now. They're just letting, I think, also other people take care of them. But also I feel like they look back at the time, if this resonates, where you somehow maybe took care of them, or maybe you were overly protective of them, overly caring, when it's like too much. For them, of course, for you it wasn't. I feel like they look back at that time. They look back at that time and I don't know. It's almost like they miss it now. They do have a lot of memories about you. They do also have a lot of, I think they think what would it be like if you had a reconnection with them. With this Hermit energy, the person has definitely been lonely. I feel like they've had a lot of time to think about everything that happened with you. And partially, I think, why do you still feel this connection with this person is because they do think of you. Chances are, when we have this connection, when we keep thinking about a person, again, like I said in the beginning of this video, and like I said throughout this video, it's not usually just one thing that, oh, this is the reason of that. It's a combination of factors. Just like, I'm gonna give a stupid maybe example, but let's say if you get... I don't know, some kind of cough, God forbid, or something like that. It's usually not just one thing, it's a combination of things that aligned for that to manifest, So same, like I compared the love connection to an illness just now. I know, it kind of shows where I am at also, but the point is, all jokes aside, it's a combination of factors. One of these factors usually is that the person also does think and contemplate about this. I do feel like this person thinks about you. With the Nine of Cups energy, I feel like there was a time of their life also when they were a little bit full of themselves. They were full of themselves. They were overindulging. They thought they have all this option. When we all had it, maybe when we have some kind of success with something where a lot of people want us. And you know how sometimes at all aligns, you're looking great and you have that extra money and you have this people who are interested in you and your ego gets high. Everybody is saint, even with, well, maybe not a saint, but point is everybody gets, your head gets big, especially if you're the kind of person who used to be very insecure, who used to be sort of people talk down to you and stuff, and you get that moment, you get, you know, this 5 minute whatever of fame or something like that. And this person, I feel like whatever was going on with them, there was a moment when they got a little bit full of themselves. They got a bit narcissistic. They got like, oh, I'm so handsome, I'm so pretty, I'm so successful, I'm so this, I'm so that. They wanted everyone around to run around them also and to serve them. And they kind of, I wouldn't say they expected that of you as well. I feel, you know what was happening, more like they thought that you are lucky, you know, that they are in your life. It was a moment like that. They felt also lucky, I think, on their deeper side, that this connection is important. And with the World card, again, just like we've ended here in this other deck we were just using, a cycle came to an end. The World here is twice. It's crazy how every deck I'm using kind of comes to the same conclusion here. So things have come to an end. Let's see what is the prognosis of this connection. Again, guys, I want you to take predictions of future always, even with astrology, you know, a little bit more of looking at it as an energetic opening rather than, oh, this is what's gonna happen. We have here 7 of Pentacles, alright. We have here 5 of Pentacles, and we have here the Sun. Feel like this were the stages of this connection. Look, 2 of Swords again at the bottom. There was a stage of waiting, hoping for something to happen, which never happened, which is why then there was this stage of really feeling how come, like a lot of you especially who've put in a lot of work, you know, in the spiritual work where you were praying, like I was one of these people, like praying for a soulmate, doing this, so much focus, so much putting, literally like focusing on that to manifest it, and didn't happen, and you're like, universe, what's up? We gotta talk. What happened? Why did you leave me alone? Why did you give me that hope? And why am I in that place now where all my hopes and dreams, like, you know, boulevard of broken dreams, you know? Why? Why is it so bad? Why is it so dark? However, I don't know how it's gonna get to that point, and this is, you know, I'm not the, like, how to say, we as readers, we can see certain things, but again, universe, even though the guides could have shown me what could happen, sometimes we're not supposed to see everything. But somehow you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna be happy. There's gonna be a rekindling of passion and relationship for some of you. If not, you could just move on and think of each other as good friends, whether you will keep actual friendship or work, maybe even contact, or whether maybe you will just think about each other and how you have inspired each other to go through all of these life changes and transform so much. With the Sun and the Ace of Cups again, for a lot of you there's going to be a new beginning in love. As much as it was difficult, something you've been waiting for will come together. 2 of Wands. I feel like some of you could have distance with this person right now, literally, like you are in different countries. Maybe you moved away after you were heartbroken, you went to live in a different part of the world, or just different city, different neighborhood. Somebody could have traveled here for work or for school. So you will be thinking, how do we meet each other halfway? I feel like meeting each other halfway will be important in this connection. 10 of Wands. But again, watch out for not overextending yourself. Watch out for not also burdening each other, not expecting too much of this connection. Whenever you start expecting here, this is when things go wrong. Expectations, I feel like in this connection, are a reason why things fall apart sometimes. With King of Swords, just be practical, be logical, and I feel like you will find some middle ground. King of Wands. For some of you, there will also be more than one person you'll be dealing with. It's either 2 people that are on horizon. One could be more of an air sign, another more of a fire sign, or also this person could have both fire and air in their chart. For example, they could be a Leo with a Gemini moon. Good luck with that. They could be like a Sagittarius with Aquarius moon. You know, also interesting character would be, whatever it is. I'm not gonna speculate on their chart, but this is an energy for some of you. Again, I keep getting pretty positive prognosis here, given there is no expectations. What are some of the other lessons about this person you can stop thinking about? And again, if you guys, that's the thing. Some people will have a relationship with this person. For others, it's gonna be just taking the lessons you've learned, because you've put in so much work into manifesting love into your life. It's gonna come in maybe shape of a different person, but you gotta stay open to it. You gotta stay open. You cannot, like, if you limit yourself that I only want this person in that particular way, and I was saying this in my another pico card reading, I think yesterday, this is why a new person is not coming, because you've been only putting that limit that I only want that. We have here, become the master you seek and share your wisdom with others, shine your light. For a lot of you, you've grown incredibly spiritually over this connection, so you can now help and share others. For others, if you, let's say, don't want to be a spiritual guru, whatever, it's just about becoming wiser, really becoming more understanding of human nature, of life, because some of you maybe not spiritual gurus or seers, readers, whatever. Some of you are artists, creatives, any kind of just even person, maybe you're not even creative, but any kind of person who can also give back to others and like help. Maybe one day, I don't know, your child will be going through a similar situation, or somebody close to you, and you'll be able to encourage them in some way. Like, this encouraged you to ascend, I think, and also be able to shine your light, share the wisdom you've gained through this process with others. And it might seem insignificant to you, it may seem that this is not what you ever wanted or asked for. However, you don't remember what you sold when you were incarnating in this little life, asked for. Maybe this is exactly what you asked for, this is why you had this experience. And regardless, your plan for the universe and the grand plan of the universe might not also be at the level of your consciousness right now the same. You might not even know how what you went through, could positively affect entire world. Even if you only help one person, even if you only shine your light and even one person will get it. I'm not talking about any kind of enlightening the world, ego type of, which is not bad. I don't want to get into it now. Point is, even if you help one person, you could change the world by just helping one person, because you never know how far that little spark could go. Embrace and let exactly what I've been doing, exactly what I've been trying to explain here. That this is about you kind of coming. What was it, Destiny's Child? So after all of the darkness and sadness, still comes happiness. Coming to a point where there is progress, you growing a lot. Strength, you're getting that strength again, strength showing up in this reading. You're really stepping into, maybe you were always thinking of yourself as that you're so weak and there is only so little you can endure and you will not survive if this happens, but this situation has showed you how strong you are. How incredible is that? Transformation. Well, it's all the same stuff. Usually when I use too many decks, we start getting this. We also have here longevity, and one card fell out. Something about confronting opposite polarity. Some of you could have a lot of oppositions, like even astrologically with this person, opposite mirroring charts, mirrors of each other. And also this is about, like, a lot of you, I never do this kind of predictions of how long somebody will live. No astrologer really does it. But I feel a lot of you watching this, you are here in this world. I don't want to say even that you're going to live long, but probably are, and I wish you all the best health and the longest, and most amazing life. But this is about, somehow it is about just how in over the long time period or something of that nature. Hold on, it's I don't know how to phrase this correctly, because I'm hearing it, I'm understanding this, I don't know how to say it. It's for you, for your journey, for your path, which I feel like it's a long journey, whether with this person or just your journey in this world, in this incarnation, or also as how many times your soul incarnated. Maybe you're also a very old soul. This also process, the connection you've experienced with this person is necessary, because I can't even explain why, but it's just necessary, because there is something they're telling me that it's a long life. They're showing me it's a long process, it's a long life, but it's exactly how it needs to be, something like that. I don't really get what it means. I mean, I understand it, but I just don't know how to. Maybe you listening to this, you understand. Let me know in the comments if you understood what I was trying to say here. But basically, it's a long life, and you will kind of like also sort of like when you're older, you also will understand something of that nature. I don't know, something like. Basically, you've been waiting for a long time. Some of you think you've wasted also a long time. However, you're gonna be here for so long. It's not long at all. Like it's actually perfect. I think I'm pretty much done with this reading. Only thing I want to check here is any astrological timing or sign where maybe some kind of movement will happen, where maybe you will talk to this person, or you will share each other feelings, or maybe have a relationship with this person. Anything significant gonna happen. It might come out, might not. I don't always get timing, but let's see. Sign of Taurus. Well, we just start Taurus. Some of you could be Taurus watching this. So Venus is in Taurus now. We have here Sagittarius. Ouch. And we have here Pluto. Sagittarius and Pluto would tell me a timing, yes. It would be Scorpio, Sagittarius season. Also Jupiter, while Jupiter is in Sagittarius. So I would say, combining that, by the end of the year, something significant. Like by the end of the year, I feel like you guys, like if you've been, I don't care how long you've been dealing with this connection, maybe months for some, years for some, decades even, trust me, I've seen it for some. By the end of this year, you will be in a different place regarding this connection. You will start understanding a lot of things that made no sense for you. And a lot of you have been asking for it, a lot of you been wanting that. I feel like it's gonna come. Again, maybe you even started coming to this realization with this Taurus months. Right now Venus is in Taurus as I'm recording this, so for some of you it's gonna be, and I was mentioning something about this in a different video, don't remember which one, when I said that from the new moon of Taurus to the new moon of Libra, we're going to be in a very transformational time period with all of the retrogrades, different planets going visible, going invisible. It's going to be from the new moon of Taurus to new moon of Libra, highly transformational time period for anyone dealing with love, for anyone dealing with creativity, any kind of, also even things related to money, all of these issues. If you put in the work, if you follow this universal, energy flow, is going to be transformed. Pluto here confirming also transformation. I don't think I have anything else to add, guys. To be honest, I will just take you one maybe inspiring message here from this little deck. Just something positive note to end this reading on. We have here, look, I don't know. They chose you, I don't know. You might not readily believe this. It might even spook you a bit. It did spook me, but there are those who chose this very lifetime in large part knowing you'd be there. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry right now. This is like... This is what they were telling me, by the way. Now I get it more. About this long life, la la la, whatever. It's a long journey you had with this person, I'm also hearing for some of you. And I said the past life before. Many times you knew this person, many times you've experienced this connection. And I feel like you both, regardless of what's gonna happen, partially chose to incarnate, and you chose to meet each other too. Because you both were born into this world at this time. I don't know if you guys are soulmates, twin flames, you know how I am. I'm not into that, like I'm neutral. I'm not reactive, not positive, not negative, I'm neutral. And also if some of you, they were dealing with someone else, they were other things, I feel like they chose you. And more than anything, just like this message says, some of them literally, they were born into this world. You were born also into this world because of them, and they because of you. And actually it's interesting because in Kabbalah as well, it's a little feminist usually have problem with it, but woman actually has accomplished a lot of her soul correction. So a woman very often incarnates in this world to only help her soulmate to accomplish his correction of the soul, because a woman actually can accomplish her correction of the soul, her transformation, without a husband, without a man. It's maybe not exactly how I'm, quoting that, but a man needs a woman. For like a woman usually is a bit more closer to creator. So a woman is naturally more connected to the light, and a man, through his love and appreciation of his wife, of his woman, can accomplish that as well. That transformation and that ultimate, ascension of himself. So this is it, guys. This is where we're gonna end. I think this was a beautiful reading. This made me almost cry, seriously. And anyway, my camera is about also to run out of storage, but I hope this is helpful. Again, I've seen a lot of different reasons why this connection is happening. It again will resonate, maybe with many, maybe with some. For some people, everything will resonate. For other people, only one thing will resonate. For somebody, nothing will resonate, maybe. Just listen to yourself, and if this message will be chosen for you, just listen to it. Part of it hopefully will give you some wisdom, some insight, help you somehow. People often tell me that I help them to figure out something they've been struggling with, whatever. Anyway, it's all for you. I woke up today, actually I have other things to do, but I woke up specifically to deliver this message today. Very rarely happens like this. I usually go by the schedule, but anyway, thank you so much for watching. All the information about readings I'm offering in description box. If you guys want more similar reading to this, I recommend Book Love Connection Special or Twin Flame Special. What kind of connections is also good, but it's just much shorter, it's condensed. And Twin Flame Special or Synastry as well is much deeper, kind of like this, just with astrology even more, and then we'll look at tarot. Anyway, I hope this video helps you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye, guys.